Hello and welcome to jaydrivingschool.com. My name is Jayashree Somaya and my driving school name is Jay's A-1 Driving School. I have been running this school since 1995. Now we are going to talk about 3-point turn. When you are in the test and the testing officer tells you to pull over on the left to do a 3-point turn, you have to think earlier, where am I going to pull over? Because you cannot do 3-point turn near any intersection. Your car should be visible to two-way traffic from deeper distance. So you have to select the position of your car to start your 3-point turn. So if you think I'm going to stop here, you have to indicate 30 meters from that point of position, the left indicator. You turn your left indicator on, start slowing down, check your rear vision mirror, check your left side external mirror and your left blind spot, and then rear vision mirror, and then start coming close and parallel to the curb and come to stop. Make sure you are not stopping in anyone's driveway. You cannot start your 3-point turn from anyone's driveway. That is the test requirement. So you make sure if there is a driveway, you pass the driveway and stop. Your back of your car should not be in someone's driveway, and your front of your car should not be in anyone's driveway either. Now, once you stop, when you stop, you make sure your left indicator is still going on. Then after you parked well near the curb, then you turn your left indicator off, then turn your right indicator on. Check in your rear vision mirror that no cars are coming from behind you. Check across, no cars are coming from opposite direction. Then check your right blind spot. If no car in your right blind spot either, then start slowly rolling and start turning your wheels as quickly as possible towards the right side. And then once you come to this position in the middle of the road, when you start getting closer to the curb, start slowing down and come to stop within 100 millimeters from the curb. You can't stop too far from the curb. You have to come closer to the curb, but make sure you don't go and hit the curb. So when you start turning from there to here, and when you come in the middle of the road, start slowing down, and so you can stop where you want to. Your car will be under your control. Once you are close to the curb, change your gear to reverse. This is, you have to remember, first change your gear to reverse, then check from this window for any cars coming from your right side, and check through this window for any cars coming from this way. If the car is coming from this side, you have left enough room for him to pass you, and if it is close by you, just sit there in reverse position and then let this car pass you. If there is no car coming from there, but after you reach to this position, if you see a car coming from here in the test, you put your window down and then take your hand out and tell them to pass from behind you and let him go. And then when no car's coming from either side, then look through the back passenger window, because whenever you reverse in the test, you have to look through the back window, and that there is no child behind you or there is no car parked in your reversing lane very close to you. So while looking through the back window, you slowly start rolling back, but start turning your wheels towards fully left as you start rolling back. But come up to the middle of the road and come to stop. Then change your gear to drive first. Check on either side, no cars coming. Then you start rolling forward and start turning your wheels very quickly towards the right side as much you need to, and then keep on going. That's how you do 3-point turn. Now, when you are asked to do 3-point turn, as you're pulling over near the curb, you have to see if there is a parked car in front of you. Don't come too close to that parked car to do your 3-point turn. Sometimes you are so close that you cannot turn your wheels to come out from behind the parked car. So you always stay away from the car, park car in front of you. So you can easily come out to do 3-point turn, and when you reverse back, it's not in your reversing line. Another thing, if there are lots of parked cars on the right side, and that's a busy street with lots of parked cars, so as you're coming from far distance and you are asked to do 3-point turn, you have to start thinking earlier that where will I park my car to do a 3-point turn. So if you see a gap between the two parked cars, then you can come and stop here. Make sure there is no driveway on this side. If there is a driveway on this side, on your right side, that's okay, because when you start turning your wheels, you have a gap to come here near the end of the driveway, but do not roll over the driveway. So this is how you have to think that I can use this gap. This gap is not enough to go in between those two cars, but this gap is just enough. So you must come to stop here and make sure you can easily turn and come and use this gap, then reverse back and then turn around. So while going in, you need only left indicator, and while coming out, you need only right indicator to come out. These are the two indicators you need to do 3-point turn. When you reverse back and as you're turning around, you do not need to turn your indicator. But if you turn your right indicator, that is okay in the test. So this is how you do it. Another thing, you do not do it, your 3-point turn, near any end of the street, because as you're doing 3-point turn, any car entering in this street from there or from there, they do not have a deeper view of your car. So you should be doing in the middle of the road, not near any intersection, your 3-point turn. So when you are in the middle of the road, the two-way traffic coming from far distance can see you doing the 3-point turn. But make sure you start your turn when there are no cars coming. Another thing, sometimes do not do near the crest of a hill, 3-point turn, because any car coming from this side haven't got deeper view of your car. So never ever do it near the crest of a hill in the test, as well as near the intersection. That is the test requirement. Sometimes when you go this way, if you reverse back too far back, then this is wrong position. You have to come up to the middle of the road only, because if you reverse back up to this curve, then after you reverse back up to this point, then you will see cars coming this way and they will keep on going because you have left enough room in front of you, and then you will get stuck on the wrong side. And if the cars are coming from this side, you will be holding up the traffic this way. So you make sure when you start turning from this way to this way, make sure no cars are coming. Then you come here, and then before you start reversing, make sure no cars are coming. Then start reversing back up to the middle of the road, and then change your gear to drive, and then check on either side and turn around. Make sure you change your gears into reverse and drive as soon as you reach the next turn. So as soon as you go from here to here, you are in drive. Once you reach here, change the gear first. Some learners, they forget to change their gears and they start checking. No, first change the gear, then start checking. So then if no cars coming, you can start reversing immediately. And then once you come to this position, change your gear to drive, then check. If no cars coming, turn around. So whatever positions and checking points I have told you, you must do it accordingly in the test. Then it's easy to get the full marks on your 3-point turn. Now, sometimes I have noticed some learners, when they come to do a 3-point turn, they are far away from the curb. That is also not right positioning. You have to come near the curb and stop, and then start your 3-point turn with indicators and everything. But sometimes if the roads are wide, they nearly make a U-turn and they keep on going. No, you can't. You have to do 3-point turn in 3 maneuvers or 5 maneuvers depending upon the width of the road. If it is wide enough, then you do 3-point. Even though it's wider and you can make a U-turn, you can't do 3-point turn in one maneuver. But you have to come on this side and reverse back and turn around and go. So that is 3 maneuvers. 1, 2, 3. As I told you, maneuver is the change of direction of motion. So when you are driving, and when you change your gear to reverse, your first maneuver ends. Then the second maneuver when you are reversing, and then again when you change your gear to drive, your third maneuver starts. That's how you must do it. You can't make a U-turn to do a 3-point turn. And the position has to be like that only, not too much like that either. Okay, if the road itself is very narrow and you're asked to do 3-point turn, you can do 3-point turn with 5 maneuvers also, if the road is very narrow. So you come near the curb, then with indicator, after checking all your blind spots and mirror, you start turning your wheels. And because it's narrow, you will be coming to near the curb in this manner. Then you change your gear to reverse because there is no more room to go forward. So your second maneuver starts. So you come in second maneuver in this manner. So you will be reaching near the left side, the back curb. That's fine. Then change your gear to drive. So that is the end of second maneuver. Then you are coming this way. That is your third maneuver. Then you change your gear to reverse and reverse back this way. That is the end of your fourth maneuver. Change the gear to drive. And this is your fifth maneuver and keep on going. So this is how you do it. 3-point turn with 5 maneuvers in a narrow road. Thanks for watching my video. Please like it, share it, and subscribe it so it can help others too. Thank you.